Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a match between ByuN and DRG. Here on Romanticide, the latter edition, top left it is ByuN. And in the bottom right it is Dongregoo, the one true Dong, according to StarCraft 2 fans. Alright, so these two players were very terrifying back in their heyday. They're trying to make a comeback after their military service, and I figured, what better way to see how much they progressed by other than showing them battling against each other. So, Overlord scouting out here. Boop, boop. Checking for proxies. This is going to be a Patreon cast at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. For those of you who are supporting me there for at least $1 a month, I really do appreciate it. You're going to watch this the day of October the 2nd. Or maybe later. If you're watching this in November on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week. Extractor pool opening here from Dongregoo. Let's see if ByuN SCV scouts before he makes his Reaper. Because if not, it's going to be disastrous in the outcome. Hatch coming down before the pool. And yeah, about 150 minerals here. So 3 Zerglings. Oh, hang on. Sorry, 3. 3 sets of Zerglings. Oh, 2 sets of Lings and a Queen. And then I'm guessing the next hunter is going to go for speed here as he pulls workers off gas. Yep, speed. Perfect. So 2 sets of Lings and a Queen, and then getting speed while the second base is coming up. Kind of like it. Alright, so here we go. So there is a Reaper on the way. Oh, SCV. Oh, did he come in? Oh, he comes in. Oh, this is so problematic for Dongregoo. Alright, Dongregoo, what do we got? See, now the Reaper, whose name is Large Jonathan, now just plays base defense, right? For a minute, anyway. He's probably not going to run around and try to kill stuff on the other side of the map because he needs to play defense now. Because there's nothing else to play defense now. So yeah, the Lings are like, fine, we're not going to, if we go out there, we'll just die. We'll accomplish nothing. We will kill no SCVs. We will delay no bases. Actually, a safety bunker coming up here from ByuN, but Dongregoo made 2 sets of Lings, end of story. His second base is popped. Honestly, going for a fast third base here might be something he would want to try. Maybe sacrifice a couple drones to go for that, but I don't know. So Large Jonathan coming in. I don't actually know what Large Jonathan refers to. Or Jarjalonathan, if you want to do a spoonerism. Spoonerism is just when you swap the first 2 letters of like a 2-word phrase. So Large Jonathan becomes Jarjalonathan. I assume it's a meme of some kind. I am not that up to that, not in the memes to know what that is. Actually, you know what? As long as we're... Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I guess they had speed. Okay, that's alright. So the Lings had speed. So the attempt to block it shut down because the Lings have speed. So if you go Large Jonathan in Google. I don't know, man. Nothing's really coming through here. Like somebody makes benches, I guess. Maybe it's not a meme. Maybe it's just a reference to a furniture making company. 1-1-1ing it here is ByuN Barracks Factory and a starport on the way. Creep spread pushing out. Looking pretty fantastic. Connecting all the bases, pushing further out across the map. These are the 2 goals of the creep spread, and Dongregoo knows what is up. Dongregoo does like his Mutalisks, probably more than other players in the scene today, other Zergs in the scene today, just because Mutas were kind of the thing when he was back doing his thing. Back in Heart of the Swarm, but that's not where we are anymore. We do not live in Heart of the Swarm. This is 5 years into Legacy of the Void. Almost 6 years into Legacy of the Void, which means my channel's been around for that long as well, which is just banana pants. So, alright, a little bit of some Hellion harass trying to come in. Queens are going to deal with that, but the question is, who deals with the medevac? Ah, medevac is actually going to come join the Hellions. Is this, hold up, structures says we have an armory on the way. Whoa, mouse. Getting away from me there. Nope, nope, nope. This is just Hellions and Marines. Oh, actually swapping positions. The Hellions come up to this area. Oh, Ling run by, though. Suddenly there's a Ling run by. That's why you have the bunker. That's why you have the bunker. That's so good. Now the Hellions have to chase the Lings around, and I like this. Dongrigu is kind of forcing ByuN to react to him. Oh no! He loses all of his Hellions to Lings off creep, mind you. Yeah. Both players kind of slipping a little bit here, obviously, but I feel like Dongrigu has the upper hand in this particular moment. Baneling Nest coming up at about 5:20, a little bit later than somebody like Cyril would get it. And actually, ByuN able to unload everybody here. It's not like it's a huge, 12 Marine play, but yeah, the Queen count's a little bit too high for just a handful of Marines that are down here. There's a bunch on the other side of the map if you want to go pick them up and bring them over. Another medevac is in production, so that might be pretty nice. Creep spread looking pretty darn healthy for the Dongrigus, going for a lair. Baneling Nest is coming up at closer to 6 minutes than I would like to see, but there hasn't been a seriously heavy Marine threat here. This was not a 2-1-1 where there were 2 racks, right, for a lot of more Marines, and then you still have the medevacs and stuff, but in this case, the Marine count is a little bit lower, so the need for Banelings is a little bit lower too, and just jumping on these guys. Yeah, forcing a liftoff there, keeping this creep tumor alive probably, at least for the time being. Yeah, this tumor is dead over in this location. A 4th base from Dongrigu coming up on this little low grounds scenario here. He's got double evolution chambers coming in at about 69 workers. Wow. So he is heavily oversaturated at this natural base and oversaturated here and well saturated in the main. So he's probably got more workers than he needs, which might be a problem with his incoming attack. 16 Lings are on the way. Centrifugal Hooks got started, but it is not done, not even close to anywhere done yet. So he's going to have to make do with slow Banelings for this incoming attack, assuming that ByuN doesn't take a sweet time. Wow. Dongrigu is trying to expand again. Oh, no, trying to take a new 4th base because he was so worried he canceled the first one. So Queen count is heavy enough to make it so that the Banelings don't have to be fast at this point, I don't think. Just nothing but Lings in production. When you have 68 workers, you can just make a ton of Lings. That's how this usually works out. So, alright, so dealing with a couple of these reinforcements coming in here, but this is a larger problem. That said, Queens fighting, trying not to tank too many tank hits. Centrifugal Hooks is very close to being done, but Combat Shield coming in at the same time. Pull back. Transfuses Queen count getting lowered a little bit. Does get that little drop inside the main base. The Lings have to deal with. They do come over, and they do manage to take it down thanks to help of some Banelings with Centrifugal Hooks finishing up here. And now, that Queen count though. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Alright, so now with the Baneling speed and the Lings, they're able to clean up these siege tanks. None of the tanks make it out because they are not droppable when they're in siege mode or pick-upable. Remember that time in StarCraft? I remember that time. So now Dongrigu's like, I guess I'll take a 4th base now. He probably tried to take that a little bit too early. He's still crazy oversaturated. I guess not as much anymore. Has he lost some drones? Yeah, he's lost 7 drones, I guess. So the oversaturation is not as bad as it was previously. So trying to find this group, these Lings are, but they're in the wrong position for that. They're down here, y'all. ByuN pushing again. That's what he's always been good at, is just these very strong 2-base, 3-base style pushes. Ooh, bit of a naked expand here. And a bunch of SCVs are going to go down, and some damage forcing a liftoff on that command center. This SCV is bugging out. ByuN says, I'll take your base down then. You're not covering it with creep, which means you're going to be at a speed disadvantage here. But the Banelings, they don't want to crash on these tanks, but they kind of have to help take them down quickly, and they do manage to get it. All the tanks are dead. There's a handful of Marines here, but the Lings do have 1-1 upgrades, which make them so much better at holding. ByuN unloading. Takes out a few drones at this 3rd base, and unloading at the natural too. ByuN good with the drops. He's always been very, very good with the drops, and he's really slowing Dongrigu down here really effectively. Resources lost are 7,400 to 4,900 in favor of the Terran. Medevac gets killed on the way out, though. That is not ideal. You don't want to lose medevacs to Queens. I mean, there's only so much you can do for, trying to keep your medevacs alive against, say, Corruptors or Mutalisks, but against Queens, you really shouldn't be losing too many. So these need to transfer. These drones need to transfer down to the 4th base. And creep spread continuing here. Again, thanks everybody who is watching this on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for supporting me for at least $1 a month, watching this the first week of October. I do appreciate it. I love y'all. If you're watching this in November, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week. It's just $1 a month. For $1 a month, you can support me, you can feel good about supporting the channel, and you get access to these replays a month before anybody else can see them. Which, some of these are some really... I do try to choose really amazing ones for the Patron cast of the week. So yeah, 4 times a month, well, once a week, I guess. Sometimes there's 5 weeks. But yeah, once a week. I do go for this cast. It's a lot of fun. So creep spread, allowing for a little bit of distance here. Lurker Den on the way and a hive coming in here too. So the transition for Dongregu seems to be pretty straightforward. Yeah, tank down, unloading in the natural base, really making use of the fact. Oh no, that Dongregu doesn't have a spire. Ah! Oh, you gotta pick up when those banelings start rolling in. If you can't run back, absolutely not. Another unload, crikey. This is ByuN really making good use of these medevacs and these marines. 2-2s on the way for them. Medevac decides to back on out for the time being. 4th base wholly rolling for Dongregu. Transfuse on the queen keeps it alive. The extra little bit of healing over time is nice. Liberator shows up, but there are 3 queens, and that is a dead Liberator and no dead queens. More drones coming in. He has lost 18 drones thus far. I don't know, where's the... Oh, this Liberator. Does manage to escape. Does stop all of the mining here at the 3rd base entirely. Hydralisk Den on the way. Hydra, Lurker, Baneling, Queen seems to be the strategy here from Dongregu. And ByuN is just not interested in allowing Dongregu to sit back and macro. He's just not. He's going to force him to make more stuff than he wants to. That said, he's at 74 workers. And so his ability to make whatever he wants to is pretty good, actually. Just creep tumors going down. ByuN really hasn't taken a loss here yet, right? He's lost a bunch of tanks, so that's only because you can't save them. They're sieged up like this. So yeah, a lot of tanks have died, but he's made some good trades. 10 tanks have gone down so far. But then you have a whole bunch of marines remaining, and yeah, did you lose all of your banelings? Ooh, did you lose all of your banelings on tanks? Did ya? That is a terrible position to be in. There you go, focusing down the medevac, getting it out of there. Great positioning, better positioning there. And then the queens there, you finally retarget the medevac. It does go down, but they are taking down queens left and right here. Another one dies. Everybody gets killed. Everyone gets left behind. Woo! And this is intense. This is a really intense ZVT. Holy smokes. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Got a Viper in production working on a Seismic Spines upgrade for those Lurkers. And he's got to know, right? At this point, if there are no Corruptors and no Mutalisks here to mess with you, it's gotta be Lurkers, or else it's gotta be Ultras at some point, right? That said, the number of Hydras that we're seeing is probably a good indicator that it's gonna be Lurkers instead of Ultralisks. Dongregu, if he's not being attacked, he wants to be on the offensive. And man, this timing is so sick! Can he force... He could force a cancel on this, I bet. Oh, he does. He forces a cancel and a liftoff. That tank dies. These lings are all pretty much sacrificial. Attack on the right side, not going super well there for ByuN. He is forced to retreat. Tank's getting killed. Dongregu makes it out with a handful of his Zerglings. Adaptive Talons is coming in so the Lurkers can burrow more quickly. They haven't really been part of the battles yet thus far, but they're in defensive positions at the moment, but they will be set up to get rid of planetaries in this position. That's actually an orbital upgrade. Whoa! He's going for an orbital on his 4th base. Maybe he knows he's a little bit behind. Is that accurate to say? It's probably accurate to say. This is a really nice unload here. 2-2. Marines with stim and combat shield and gonna take out an extractor. Banelings, are there enough? Just barely enough for the abduct and the Hydras. Oh, taking down a full medevac, but unloading in the position to deal with the Hydras. Another attack up there doesn't go super well there for Dongregu, but Zerglings. They're fighting a couple Marines go down. That medevac has all of 19 HP, but that's not where the units are, and that is very intelligent out of ByuN. So Marine tanking it here. No Widow Mines, which makes me worry for the future of ByuN in this situation. Right, if you're going to try to take down somebody as good as Dongregu is, you want to make some Widow Mines. You don't have to go like all the Widow Mines, but some Widow Mines is great. A couple of good hits from Widow Mines can totally change the trajectory of any battle. Oh. Alright, enough lings show up to handle this. Yes, just barely though. Tank goes down, medevac has to get out of there. Hydra's trying to deal with it. And yeah, these Lurkers in a great position to deal with anything that comes down that ramp. The good news for ByuN is he's on 4 bases. Man, that's a very, very just sparsely defended third base for ByuN there. One siege tank doesn't seem like it's enough. But his units are coming out of here, so if they need to kind of jump over and defend the third, they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base from DRG coming up on that right side. Well, yes, good, because 4 bases for ByuN has been happening for some time. Ghost Academy on the way to deal with these lurkers. That steady targeting ability is really good. Or you just call it snipe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Should I call it snipe? Should I call it steady targeting because that's what it is? Oh, good split, man. Great, great split. 2 of those lurkers, the other ones have to get on out. Ooh, medevac down to a spore. A little bit sloppy there from ByuN. You don't want to lose flying units to spores. Especially not medevacs. Especially not in a ZVT. Absolutely not. Another base coming up. Maybe to be planetary to defend the orbital that ByuN has here at this 4th base. I don't know. He's done a great job killing creep here today, too. Like, ByuN's always been a really good creep spread killer. I don't know about attacking into these lurkers. You could maybe split against them and deal with them that way, but the lings and the mains make that so hard. Yeah, this is an attempt to kill a planetary. This is a lurker group to murder a planetary fortress. It's entirely the plan, but guess who has banshees and also another nice drop? Takes down an extractor, lurker down. No, scan. Oh, lurker down, lurker down. Lurker down. Oh no, the lurkers are dying all over the place. These lurkers are not dying all over the place. They force a liftoff, but then they're forced to retreat as well. These guys, can they get the spawning pool would be really, really nice. Lings come in here to try to deal with this, but the Marines are just too powerful. They got 3-3. They've got combat shield. They've got stim. They have medevacs healing them up too. This ling trickle is not going to be enough to save the spawn. Oh my gosh. Focus the spawning pool. Focus it. 61 HP. And then getting out of there anyway, I guess for additional unloads, but oh no, then it dies anyway. Yeah, should have probably stood in there and maybe tried to take down the spawning pool. I think he probably could have got it. Instead, ends up just losing everything anyway, with no spawning pool dead at all. Income tab says favoring DRG for the most part in the game. The spikes are obviously going to be mule hits. Resources lost 25,000 for DRG and 19,000 lost for ByuN. 21 SCVs have died, 24 drones have died, a hatchery's gone down. And a couple canceled bases, a couple canceled upgrades. And that's what DRG has been able to do to get against ByuN here. So top right, another drop from ByuN. Gonna heal up. And then maybe move down. And oh boy, oh boy. That's what the Hydras can do. They can definitely snipe down your medevacs and make you wish you'd never come over to that location. Ghost Cloak is being researched. Clearing out that creep. I mean, the creep is connecting the bases for DRG, but that is the bare minimum, right? Oh, full medevac, abducted and killed. You gotta love that abduct play. That is just free damage there. Insanely good. Another attack coming in. ByuN is not allowing DRG to sit back and feel comfortable at all. Checking to see if this high ground base has been taken. This is still only protected by a single siege tank. Wait, additional siege tanks are coming up. He knows we're coming through. All right, sure, we're going for it. DRG sees the number of tanks and says, I got this. And you know what? Hydras do pretty well against smaller numbers of siege tanks like this. Tank down, another tank down, Lurker spining in, and ByuN's in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. Ghost count looking really good against these Lurkers. That's a lot of ghosts, man. They're steady targeting down. Overseers, Hydralisks, oh, and Lurkers, but 19 SCVs die. This third base of ByuN is on fire and needs to be repaired. He's only got 46 total workers, and he doesn't have a whole lot of orbitals to make up for the fact that he doesn't have a lot of SCVs. So I think DRG, he did indeed lose just a ton of lurkers there, but his income looks so healthy compared to what ByuN is rolling with. ByuN says, I need to kill a base. I just effectively lost one. Let's see if we can kill one here. Oh, ghosts come up the ramp. Almost get killed by the lurkers, but not quite. Snipe getting used pretty effectively. Banelings not really able to engage here either. splitting out. Healing these units up would be really, really nice. He's doing his best with it. He's trying to be on the move while he's being healed, which is not easy to do at all. This base in the top right for Dongregu stays up. So that is a 5th base that he's got. But look at ByuN. ByuN is taking his own 5th base along this 9 o'clock position. Creep spread is not fully connecting all the bases anymore, which makes it a little bit dicier, but that's kind of true late game, right, for Zerg, is harder for all your bases to be covered with creep when your extra bases are so far away from everything else. Alright, checking to see with the changelings if there's a base up on this high ground, and there's not. Checking to see if you're getting shot in the head. And you are. That counts as kills. It shouldn't count as a kill. If you kill a changeling, it only takes 1 hit of anything to kill a changeling. So here's the trick. Lurkers are much better offensively than they are defensively. We've seen this time and time again. Lurker's just getting hit from distance. Great scans, great positioning. Here too, he's trying to stay on that high ground as much as he can for ByuN. Alright, so we have some idle workers over here from Dongregu. Need to saturate this top right base. Probably doing a bit of a transfer over there would be nice, but he's got a million other things that he's paying attention to with his, average 560 APM. 380 for ByuN. Playing a little bit slower, but once you hit 300, I really don't care as much what your APM is. If you're doing this, like if you're playing at this level at 200 APM, I'm kind of impressed. But anything from 2 to 300 is like, okay, fine, normal professional StarCraft 2 player stuff. Creep spread is, there you go. Now we're connecting the bases and we're trying to push, maybe trying to push this way. Not as much as I'd like, but that's okay. The distance is not that far. So Dongregu is maxed out, 191 supply. Just made a ton of banelings in the mix here too. ByuN is pushing again here and trying to do a bit of a flank attack. Man, the ghosts come out of nowhere, don't they? Dongregu did not see them. Great EMPs tossed down on a couple of these Vipers, I think, but maybe missed. They seem to have enough energy, well, max energy, because I can't see their energy bar at all. That's what that means. Abducting ghosts into their dunes. Enhanced shockwaves on the way for a greater radius on the EMP. Dongregu expanding again. I kind of feel like Dongregu, this is his game to lose right now. It's not over yet. We definitely have some way to go. I do want to point out, too, this is a Wardy replay that was sent as part of a Wardy supporter replay pack. So check him out. I'll put a link to his Twitch channel and his YouTube channel in the description here. Go leave him a like, right? Go ahead and leave him a comment saying that Falcon sent you and that you appreciate him helping to support the StarCraft 2 community. He does his own tournaments, which is awesome, and also he does cast Premier tournaments as well. He gets the call up for that too. So really great dude. I wish I could be Wardy when I grow up, but I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to do that one. That's okay though. I do what I do, and I like what I do, and I think that's what matters. A bit of a hush falls over the battleground here. Both players are maxed out. Dongregu does have about a 2,000 mineral, 1,200 gas bank. Little group of Marines in the top right is, well, one of them makes it out anyway. I thought they were both going to die. Bottom left for ByuN, attempted here on Romanticide. Does force a liftoff here. This run of lings. They're trying to kill these Marines before they get back home to their friends. And, well, 2 of them don't. 1 of them does. An SCV transfer into a battlefield, which Dongregu does not see. He's trying to get these tanks. And, with +2 attack, maybe. Does he not have Adrenal? Oh, no. He does not have Adrenal. Maybe get Adrenal, though. Big attack up here at the 3rd base, which is effectively mined out. So losing this is not a huge deal, but big-time problems continuing to just kind of roll in here. Lurkers in a very tough to get rid of them positioned. Steady targeting from all of these ghosts, wiping them out. Might be nice enough to make it happen. That's a lot of dead lurkers, but the front door is dead. This orbital is dead too. Suddenly, one big decisive move isn't going to be enough here for Dongregu. He's going to lose a ton of his lurkers. Thanks to the steady targeting. Thanks to the steady targeting, they're killing a lot of these lurkers. Siege tanks are doing the same thing. Wow, how many lurkers have died today? 50 have died. 18 ghosts have gone down. Did Dongregu overextend on that one? Did he maybe lose too much and not kill enough? He has killed 56 SCVs, and the income advantage is definitely favoring Dongregu. But income advantage can favor the Zerg player, and they can lose anyway, because they need that to win. And even if they have it and it's not enough, they can still lose. So creep spread pushing left. We're working on +3 missile attack and +3 attack, and honestly though, Adrenal Gland upgrade is a good one. Man, what is with Zergs lately? Completely forgetting about Adrenal. I don't know. Alright, there's enough lings to shut this down. Although, not with the Marauders incoming. So the tanks die, those are the big targets, and then the Marauders, maybe a couple of them getting killed is possible. Planetary Fortress takes some hits, getting repaired instantly, and Dongregu's like, alright, gonna come in here again, but this is where the entire ghost group is. Run, pull back. You know what you need here is Infestors. If you fungal this group of ghosts, you're gonna have a pretty good time, actually. Tanks getting wiped out. Okay, that's big. That helps a lot in Dongregu's attempts to break this. On the other side, though, ByuN says, we're just gonna go. We got Marines, we got siege tanks. I know there's lurkers defending, but there can't be that many because a bunch of them are up here. 50 lings in production and just trying to get up this front door. When you have lurkers in your production, it's a bad place to be. That said, in your newer sources of income for Dongregu, losing that is going to be extremely bad as well. Okay, this might be GG here. I know Dongregu is down. Well, actually, he's only down 2 supply now. But getting up in the production with lurkers like this is amazing. And preventing reinforcements from being able to get in here, this little group gets wiped out, obviously, because they weren't enough to really just roll through. They did kill a bunch of drones, which is good. 38 drones have died. It's like, okay, can I get up here and kill this? The answer is, I think, yes. Actually, comes up, sees what's going on, sees there's really only 1 tank, maybe 2. And the ghosts are back. They do take spines to the face when they're trying to throw down their steady targeting, which interrupts their snipe ability. Oh, tanks wiped out by them. Zergling's Adrenal Glands is still not done, nor is it in production. But I'm not sure that it matters. I think Dongregu's going to win this thing even without the support of the Adrenal. Is that possible? Is that entirely possible? I think it is. Dongregu has taken a 6th base down here at the 6 o'clock. 7th base? 7th base down here at the 6 o'clock? Lings jumping on the Ghost, forcing him to retreat out of there. Tank down. Orbital on the liftoff. More SCVs going down here, too. Extractor's dying, and ByuN has kind of been backed into a corner here. He doesn't like it. He's trying to use the Ghost to the best of his ability to kill Overseers that are in Oversight mode, especially, and to take down, well, easier to take down the Lurkers once those Overseers are dead, providing their detection. These Lurkers are still sitting up here, though. 167 to 133 supply. More Lings in production, more Lurkers, more Vipers, more Banelings. He knows what he wants, and this is the composition that's going to work out for him. It really does feel like. Let's see how Dongregu goes. Trying to come up here again. Lings, Lurkers, and just, wow. Okay, just comes up the ramp. Doesn't matter how many Lurkers die. He's going to take down that planetary if he can. No! Is forced to retreat from the position. Repair is good. Ghosts are too good. ByuN refuses to die to this. More Lurkers die. 71 Lurkers have died. Oh, the Lurker spines are just keeping the Ghosts from doing too much damage here, but they're still definitely getting a couple Lurkers here and there. Income, 65 workers to 38. This is not a good place to be if you're a Terran player at all. A bunch of Lings, a bunch of Banes. Can we just, he says, can we get up this ramp and maybe kill? That's a lot of siege tanks. I would not go up this ramp, but I'm not as good at this game as Dongregu is. Maybe he can pull it off. I don't think he can. What Dongregu needs to do is go after the newer sources of income for ByuN. Right? If he can kill this bottom left base, I think his chances of winning are a lot better. Yeah. Once again, Lings don't have Adrenal. I'm going to keep pointing this out. Maybe Dongryu will figure it out. I don't know, man. Am I blind? Every time there's not an Adrenal up here, I'm like, maybe I forgot what it looks like. Perhaps? Maybe this is... No, that's not Adrenal. And then nothing's Adrenal. He's made so many Lings, too. He's got, what? A whole bunch. He's lost 700 of them. You think you might as well get the best upgrade available. Oh, escapes. Liberator escapes. How mean of it. So ByuN's down this left side, right? He's not dead on income. He's closer to the Zerg's income than I think Dongryu knows. Another expansion might be nice here. Army value is even, which is absolutely crazy, crazy pants that is even right now, considering how much damage ByuN has taken. He's done more, though. He's done more damage than he's taken. 63,000 to 47,000 loss in favor of the Terran, as it's been the entire game. Can ByuN do this? Man, a 30-minute ZVT like this, I just want to give this an epic tag just because it's been so good and so back and forth. We'll see if we do. We'll see how this ending works out. But just the fact that ByuN has managed to come back this far at all is extremely impressive and maybe worthy of the epic tag that he's not dead here. Oh, the Liberators and the tanks are all gone, and now the Lings are on top of the stuff, and they don't have Adrenal, so they're not killing stuff as fast as they need to. And also, Cloaked Ghosts are pretty good. If these were Adrenal Lings, they would have won this fight. 40% attack speed increase is insanely good. Like, really, really good. So Tank's getting abducted. Medevac's getting abducted, but not killed. This Medevac is still alive. Hello. Hello, Poppet. Alright, can we do this with Lurkers and Lings? Oh, look at these Lings just not doing as much damage as they need to, because they don't have the Adrenal upgrade. Man, trying to supply block ByuN by killing Medevacs. Or Medevac supply depots. Killing Medevacs is also good, but does not supply block the Terran. Dongrigu's like, so... why is this not working? He's wondering to himself. It's because you don't have Adrenal glands. Who are you, Cyril? Oh, losing the... Oh, lost those ghosts for nothing. That sucks. That's not good news at all. Engineering Bay getting sniped down by a single Zergling, which isn't attacking quickly. Look. I mean, it's fast, but it's not as fast as it could be. Abducting a tank to bring it closer to kill it. Always nice, always nice. Neither player has a bank at this point. And nobody's tried to take this 12 o'clock yet, which I find a little bit interesting. Or this high ground Vespene Geyser, rich Vespene Geyser base. This Zergling's going to get the Engineering Bay. His second kill is an entire Engineering Bay by himself from full HP to not full HP to 0 HP. ByuN kiting so well here, but it's just... Is it enough? I'm telling you, killing this base, setting up these Lurkers down here... Oh, every ghost that dies here for ByuN is a problem, though. But every Lurker that dies for DRG is a problem, too. Ah, the ghost killed our hero Zergling that was killing a supply depot. How dare you? How dare you defend your own property? Which, some people actually believe that. Anyway, let's see. Adrenal hasn't come through since I stopped watching. Nope, cool. Dongryu up the ramp. Lurkers in. Alright, so this Planetary's dead. Nice blinding cloud position, by the way. So Planetary dead. All these Lings backed into a corner are all very dead. And ByuN's getting backed into a corner where he has one base alive. And I think this might just be the killing blow. Lurkers, not enough ghosts remaining. There are 14 of them, but the Planetary goes down. ByuN has no income whatsoever. So many ghosts going down. There's only one ghost left. 9 workers for ByuN. 50 Lings on the way. Attack up the right side. ByuN is going to try to take this down, but it's effectively a dead base anyway. The newer sources of income are to the south right now. ByuN's intelligence is maybe a little bit out of date, but he's fighting nevertheless. Scrappy, man. Absolute scrappy game in the end. So income, not great. I don't know how ByuN has any income right now over the last 2 minutes. It's gonna go down for now, I can tell you that much. Yeah, the fact that ByuN never really tried to expand up this way or here is, I think, a big mistake for him. He needed more bases. If he was going to do this, he needed to have more income. And if these lings had Adrenal, also this game would be over. So, tries to pick up the ghosts. Get him on out of here. There's your GG, and Dongregu is your winner in 35 minutes. An absolutely insanely good ZVT between these two players. A lot of fun. Honestly, a lot of fun. Resources lost. Man, Dongregu won this despite losing 78,000 resources to 66 for ByuN. That's a huge discrepancy. Usually indicates that it was, in fact, a Terran win, but nope. Not today. 1,000 Zerglings died. 4 hatcheries went down. 90 Lurkers. Lurkers are so expensive. So expensive. 45 Ghosts. 6 Vipers. There were 3 Vipers remaining at the end of the game there. 57 siege tanks died is a ton of tanks. Those are expensive too. 2 planetaries and 3 orbitals. So a lot of bases dead. This is just, man, bloodbath all the way across. I'm not sure. Let's not give this an epic tag unless you guys at patreon.com/FalconPaladin who are watching this want to leave a comment on the Patreon post. Tell me that you think it's an epic game. If you do, great. We'll give it an epic tag. If not, then we won't. Just by default, we're not going to. So definitely, man, definitely a ton of fun there. That was excellent play by both players. I mean, again, I think ByuN's biggest problem is just not expanding here at all and not expanding here at all. I know he was down this way, and that was great, but he could have used this high ground, and it's easier to defend the high grounds, right, against these little Lurker, Ling, Baneling style attacks that are coming at you. And as a final parting note, no Adrenal Gland! He's got 3-3-3. He's got all the Lurker upgrades. He's got the Hydralisk upgrades. He's got Overlord speed. He does not have Adrenal, and it drives me crazy. He lost 1,000 Zerglings today, and not one of them had Adrenal to help them survive. Terrible. But he got a win, so like, go figure. Maybe that just goes to show how much better Dongregu was in this game. I honestly thought this would be a ByuN win. I think ByuN's had a better year than Dongregu has, but, you know, that's why we cast the games, man. It's because you never know what's going to happen, and that's what makes it awesome. So well done indeed. GG, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.